Welcome, I'm Adina Wancha, and I guide high-achieving men and women create extraordinary lives and loving, ecstatic relationships. The intention of this podcast is to empower both men and women when it comes to life, dating, relationships, and intimacy. I believe that by both men and women being healthy, powerful, and loving, we can be in thriving romantic partnerships and create a better world together. If this is something you resonate with, then please keep listening. In this episode, I am talking about 5 powerful mindsets you need to have when you date for a long-term relationship or for marriage, if you want to have good experiences when dating, and if you want to create a loving and ecstatic relationship with the right partner for you. Dating is challenging, and finding the right partner is not always easy, especially in today's world where there are so many distractions and also there is a plenty of fish mentality propagated by the social media and dating apps. Yes, there might be plenty of people you can have a hookup with, but there aren't many people that would make a good partner for you. That is why it's very important to get intentional about dating if you want to be in a long-term relationship or if you want to get married. And here are 5 mindsets that can help you in the process of finding and committing to the best man or woman for you. Mindset number 1. Finding the best person for you can take years sometimes, so keep your eyes on the prize. If you have been single for a while and you have dated some people, you might have become aware that finding your person takes more time than you would like. For some people, it can take months. For others, it can take a few years. That is why it is essential to be able to keep your eyes on the prize, meaning on the quality of the person you want to marry and on the quality of the relationship you want to create with him or her. Otherwise, you will get very frustrated, tired, bored, or you'll even give up. And giving up is not going to bring your partner closer to you. I am going to say this again. Giving up is not going to bring you closer to creating your dream relationship. And I want to make the distinction between giving up and detaching from the result when dating. Giving up means that you stop taking any action that could help you meet people and commit to the right person for you. Whereas detaching means that you are going out on dates or you are socializing. However, you are not attached to a certain goal when you are on a date or at a party. You're just enjoying people's company, you get to know them, while you still have the goal of entering a long-term relationship or getting married. Dating from a place of detachment, as I define it, will make you more attractive because you will not give off desperate energy. And no one wants to commit to a desperate man or a desperate woman. So let's see what keeping your eyes on the prize means. Number 1, defining very clearly what you are looking for in a partner and what kind of relationship you want to be in. Number 2, remaining committed to your values and desired qualities in a partner and not settling for breadcrumbs or for someone you are not compatible with. Number 3, walking away from people whom you are attracted to, but with whom you don't feel safe or appreciated. Number 4, stopping dating people who are abusive in any way, shape, or form, or who give out a weird vibe. Number 5, saying no to physical intimacy when you don't feel ready, even though you are attracted to someone or even though the person you like wants to be intimate with you. Number 6, telling people what you want to build together with your future partner and be able to walk away when your vision when your vision for the future is not aligned, even though this person might have some great qualities that you desire in a partner. Committing to the relationship starts before you find the person, by you committing to the vision you have for that relationship and not settling for less. I am going to say this again. A committed relationship starts before you meet the right person, by you committing to the quality of the relationship you want to be in and not accepting less than you desire. This doesn't mean that you become dreamy and entitled. This means that you are willing to do the work required to create that relationship that you envision. And this brings us to the second mindset. Focus on becoming the best partner you can be. If you want to stand out when dating and have a few good people to choose from, then you need to focus on yourself. By deciding to become the best wife or husband you can possibly be, and by educating yourself with this intention, you will become a better and happier person, a more confident man or woman, a more authentic human being, and you will develop essential skills that will help you build that beautiful relationship once the right person shows up in your life. As I said earlier, meeting the right person for you can take years in some cases. So why not be efficient and use this time to work on yourself? Just as you want to be in a relationship with a man or a woman who is healthy, happy, confident, emotionally intelligent, sensual, financially stable, most likely your future partner also wants someone who is pretty much the same. I have never heard anyone saying they want to marry a sick, poor, mentally unstable, unfit, or difficult person. Instead of obsessing over finding your ideal partner, obsess over becoming the ideal partner. So make a plan and start taking action towards becoming more physically fit so you become sexier and more attractive. Healing your old emotional wounds so you are emotionally available to give and receive love. Putting your finances and career in order. Take better care of yourself and look for methods to heal your health challenges if you have them. Read books about dating and relationships and participate to workshops and courses that can help you develop relationship skills. Deal with your sexual challenges or addictions if you have them, and educate yourself on becoming a better lover or mistress. You don't necessarily need to be intimate with someone to become better at intimacy. There are practices and techniques you can learn as a single person that will benefit you both as single and as someone who has an intimate partner. Do things that make you happy and peaceful. For example, if you love traveling, then travel. If you love dancing, then dance. If you love climbing mountains, then climb mountains. Do not wait for your ideal partner to live your best life. Do the best with what you have now. This doesn't mean that you need to have a level 10 out of 10 in all of these. However, it is important to do your best and improve these areas before you enter a relationship if you want to enjoy more love and bliss once your right man or woman comes into your life. The happier and more fulfilled you are, the faster your person will be able to find you. While you do not have control over when and how you'll meet him or her, you do have control over what you are going to do until then. So use your precious time wisely. Mindset number 3 that will make you successful when dating for a long-term relationship or marriage is stay celibate while dating. You need to become aware that if you are in your 30s, 40s, or beyond, and you desire to build a long-term relationship or marriage, then you need to date differently than when you were in your 20s and you mostly wanted to have fun. For example, when you date for a long-term relationship, you want to put more focus on the quality of the people than on the quantity. You might have less dates, but they might be with people with whom you have more things in common in terms of values and life goals. So don't think there is something wrong with you if you prefer to go on fewer dates, but with more quality people. It's actually important to invest your time and energy only with people who seem interesting, are kind, you can have good conversations with, seem to be emotionally mature, and serious about a long-term relationship. Also, I believe it is essential to stay celibate when you date for a long-term relationship or marriage because physical intimacy can mess with your head and you risk choosing a man or a woman whom you have great physical intimacy with, but you are incompatible for a long-term relationship or marriage. Physical intimacy shouldn't be your goal when you're dating, but getting to know that person on a deep level and seeing if you two are compatible for a long-term relationship and if you enjoy each other's company even without physical intimacy. A long-term relationship or marriage is long. We are talking about 30, 40, even 50 years you are going to spend with that person. If you have nothing to talk about, no common interests, and if you cannot agree on doing some recreational activities together, then how are you going to spend time with that person? Well, physical intimacy is very important in every romantic relationship, and that is why I strongly advise you to educate yourself in this area. It is not important while you date someone. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't be physically attracted to people. Of course, that you want to commit to someone you are physically attracted to. However, it is more important to develop emotional intimacy than physical intimacy when dating. Do not make the mistake of getting physical fast and before you see if you're actually compatible with this person and if you actually like them on multiple levels. Because you might discover that you are compatible from a physical point of view, but not as much when it comes to spending your life together as a couple. And a marriage or long-term relationship doesn't last if there's only great physical intimacy between two people. You also need to have common life values, similar life goals, and complement each other in terms of qualities and strengths to create a mutually fulfilling long-term relationship or marriage. Mindset number 4. Decide what you cannot live with and cannot live without, and be willing to walk away from people who display undesired behaviors or who cannot give you what you need. Ask yourself, what are the things and behaviors I cannot live with? Answering this question will reveal the behaviors and experiences you are not willing to put up with. And you want to have clarity on these. And once you see a man or a woman you are dating doing these things, you want to walk away. Having clear boundaries is very sexy. Do not put up with bad behaviors just because you like someone or because you're physically attracted to them or because they give you a lot of attention, compliments, or gifts. Bad behaviors or behaviors you consider undesirable in a partner cannot be the foundation of a healthy and loving relationship. So be really honest with yourself when you make this list and write down, for example, I cannot live with a smoker. If you do not smoke and you do not want to be with someone who smokes, then don't date smokers and be willing to walk away when you find out that this person smokes. Remember that being single is healthier and better than being with a man or a woman who is mean, mentally sick, destructive, cannot hold a job, selfish, and doesn't care about you. Your mantra when making this list needs to be, I would rather be single than ... And put here all the behaviors you are not willing to accept in your relationship. Also, as an adult, you have needs. And these needs will show up when you are dating and will also show up in your romantic relationship. And the more honest you can be with yourself when it comes to your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs, the easier it will be to discern if a person would make or not a good partner for you. At the end of the day, you can have great physical attraction with someone, but if this person cannot take care of your most important needs, that attraction will fade fast and you'll risk being miserable with them. Ask yourself, what are the things and behaviors I cannot live without? Really take some time and ponder on these things and get detailed when you answer this question. If you have clarity on what you need in a relationship, then you'll most likely choose someone who can satisfy most of those needs. Now, no one will be able to satisfy all your needs all the time. That is your responsibility. However, it is much easier to be in a relationship with someone who can satisfy your most important physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs most of the time. For example, if you cannot live without deep conversations, then you need someone whom you can talk about things in depth. Or if you need physical affection and intimacy, then you need someone who is willing to give you this once you are in a relationship. However, do not expect to receive physical affection or intimacy when dating. Again, building lots of physical intimacy with someone can make you lose your head and make poor decisions. Finding someone who can satisfy your most important needs doesn't mean that your needs now become their responsibility. You need to be able to satisfy your own needs even when your partner is away or unavailable. However, choosing someone who, for example, also enjoys physical affection or deep conversations will make it easier for you to have these needs satisfied in your relationship. And another thing, when you make this list, focus on your most important needs that can be mostly satisfied by your romantic partner. For example, if you have a need for spiritual ascension, and this looks like going to various retreats and having various spiritual practices, this is a need that you can satisfy by yourself. You do not need your partner to do these things with you. Your partner just needs to be supportive or at least not get in the way of you fulfilling this need. A woman was once complaining to me that she is not happy in her relationship because her husband is not her spiritual guide. Obviously, this woman had a need for a spiritual guide, but she was requesting this from her husband, who had no interest in spiritual stuff. Now, this is a recipe for divorce. Do not expect your partner to be everything for you, because guess what? You cannot be everything for them either. So be reasonable. And asking your partner to be your spiritual guide is not a reasonable need. However, what is reasonable is for your partner to be supportive or at least not get in the way of your spiritual practices and interests. And last but not least, mindset number 5. Listen to your reason, your common sense, and your intuition when dating. The biggest mistake people make when dating is that they follow their emotions instead of their reason, their common sense, and their intuition. Following your emotions is dangerous not only when you date, but also in your overall life. For example, you might be a person who gets angry easily. Well, if you were to listen to your anger, you would get in a lot of trouble. However, When you choose to use your brain and think instead of reacting furiously, your life is smoother. So when you are dating, notice what you feel towards people and pay extra attention when you feel a lot of attraction, chemistry, desire, lust, and excitement for a person. Just because you feel very good with a person, it doesn't mean that they're a good person or that they are good for you. Most toxic relationships start with fireworks, but end up in a destructive fire. If you believe you found your Prince Charming or your dream woman, then you need to slow down and use more your reason, your common sense, and your intuition, because this person might not be as amazing as you see them. Many narcissists and psychopaths are very likable and charismatic and can make you feel great, at least until they get what they want from you. So, if you're very excited by a person, you need to reassess and slow down the dating process because you might not see them for who they really are. Also, if you feel unsafe or something seems off with a person, it's better to stop dating them. If they give off a creepy energy, just stop going out with them. Protect yourself because there are some crazy people out there. If you want to be successful when looking for a long-term partner, stop looking for fireworks from the first date and keep dating people around whom you feel neutral during the first conversations or the first 2-3 dates. Just because you feel neutral on the first date, meaning you are not very attracted to them, but you are not repelled by them either, it doesn't mean that you cannot feel better around them. Actually, feeling neutral around someone on the first date is a good indicator that you should keep going out with them 2-3 more times so you get to know them better. The truth is that it's very hard to make a realistic assessment of a person in one date, unless that person is creepy. If that is the case, then just run. However, many people are anxious on the first date and they might not be at their best. So if you go out with a person with whom you don't feel particularly attracted to, but you are not repelled by them either, go out with them a few more times so you see if you start liking them. Moreover, I advise you to start asking other people's opinion about the persons you are dating, especially people who are in healthy relationships or who are trained in the area of relationships. Talking to someone else and hearing another point of view can be life-saving in certain situations. So don't be shy to ask for help, even if you think you can read people or you've done a lot of work on yourself. You don't know what you don't know. And if you are committed to creating the best version of yourself and of your relationship and you resonate with me, you can work with me one-to-one in my The Queen or the King coaching packages, for which you can find the links in the description. Also, for the ladies, I am working on a dating course which will be released soon, in which I will be your guide to creating a better relationship with yourself first, dating from a place of empowerment and self-confidence instead of neediness and low self-worth, understanding how to make the difference between a bad man, a good man, and the right man for you, discovering what good men look for in a woman, and how to become an irresistible match for the kind of man you desire. Depending when you are listening to this, you will find the link for the course in the description box, or you can get on my email list to purchase it once it becomes available. Also, you can download for free the 5 practices I made to help you create the life you desire. The packages are called Magnetic Woman and Confident Man, and you can find the link in the description box. Thank you for your time and energy, and if you found this episode helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. More goodies are coming. I hope to see you in my next episode. Until then, Keep evolving, loving, and creating. Bye!